Hey there, heroes. Emmett here with No Comics for Old Men. Listen, we just bought 12 long boxes, and I'm here to show you some of the stuff we got out of the collection. Let's get right into it. This is one that's starting to heat up a little bit. Now, the collection, we're not bagged and boarded. Most of it is bagged and boarded by the shop here. The books are not 9.8s, maybe a few of them if you press them and clean them, maybe. But for the most part, there was a lot of damages, but some cool books. So let's take a look at them. This is Avengers Initiative featuring Reptile, first appearance of Reptile. He's getting his own book coming out next month. Star Wars General Grievous. Spider-Man. He had very few doubles, but this one he did have a double of. This is Spider-Man and Miles Morales, Peter Parker, Miles Morales together. It's, you know, not a huge book, but it's a key issue. This is the, like the free look here, here's what's coming, showing the Spider-Man book coming. But here's the more important thing. This down here is Carol Danvers in the Avenging Spider-Man. That's got some value to it. Little Darkwing Duck #1. We're gonna put some of the things on Key Collector, what makes them keys. We're gonna pop them up in the screen so you can see them. It's got some appearance in the back or something. I can't remember exactly what makes that. First Red Hulk. Hulk #1. So he had almost the entire run of Adam, Legend of the Blue Marvel. And these books are pretty good in mint condition. So he had almost the whole collection. He didn't have #1, but he had 2 through 5. 5 was the only one that we could save. The other ones had busted corners, cat scratches on the top. Yeah, they're gonna go in the 50-cent bin. So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles IDW #1 B cover. It's cool. Yeah, not a fortune, We did kind of pay up for the collection because there was some good stuff in it. Mortal Hulk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 were damaged beyond saving. 7, there was no 8, 9, and 10. So yeah, that's a nice little run of that. Always people looking for this Immortal Hulk run. It's still pretty fantastic read. Some people said it's dropped off. Here now it's coming to the end, but you know, the art, the covers, the writing, that's going to be an iconic story. Even if nothing, like everybody's always about the movies. Some stuff is just an iconic comic story that will last the ages, right? So I really feel that Immortal Hulk is going to be one of them. Superman, Action Comics #9 in that 52 run, Black Superman. Got another one of that. I actually just sold the other one I got the last collection, and so it's good to get another one. Captain America 25, the variant edition. Secret Invasion 1. That one's in pretty nice condition, but all the covers have dents and divots. They all would need to be pressed, which, you know, is a big expense. Young Avengers 10, that has something to do with Kate Bishop. She's on the cover. Might be when she joins the Young Avengers. This is Amazing Spider-Man 529. It's that iron suit, spider suit, metal suit. Haunted Mansion off Slave Graphics, the foil version. This is a hard book. I've actually had one before, but I've only seen 2. It's a very cool book. It sells really well. Luckily, the foil was not damaged on that book. Batman Superman Annual 4. It's got that great Archer cover. This puts Batman Beyond into the DC universe. It's a good book. Gonna move over to this pile before we do the big bombs. There was some big bombs. We'll bring them to you here in a second. We'll go through some of these lesser ones. If you're out there in the wild, you should be picking up this book every time you see it. It's been optioned. I think this is something that really will come to a streaming as a show. It doesn't have zombies in it, but it has that Walking Dead feel. A main character, and there's a lot of supporting characters, a lot of craziness, post-apocalyptic. It's a very cool story. If you haven't read it, DMZ, pick it up in your trade paperback and read it up. I'm a big Brian Wood fan. Wish he would be doing more as of late. I haven't seen him doing as many books as he was doing back in that time. Some Ultimate Comics Spider-Man 5, 11. These are both minor keys. New Avengers 35. Young Avengers 5. That has to do with Kang. Was it Iron Lad? Reed Richards, Franklin Richards, I think, there. X-Men Deadly Genesis, number 1. We got a bunch of amazing Spider-Mans. 565, 700, 500. It's got a Campbell cover. Everybody loves a Mary Jane Campbell cover. 546. That's been heating up regularly. That's the the regular cover. 550. What If, featuring Spider-Man Other. This is a cool book. A little bit under the radar for most people, but it is a key. Don't know if there's any too many people hunting that book, but it's a good book to have. Hulk number 2, I forget what key is about it, but I love that cover. It's that, you know, whenever you see a shiny helmet or a shiny shield, or even the Wolverine's adamantium claws, and you see a reflection in it, it's always a cool cover. They're all swipes of each other. But this is the Red Hulk in the Hulkbuster helmet. Or I mean the Iron Man. It may be the Hulkbuster. This is always good. Hunt for the Dark Knight. This is book 2, I think. This is book 3. Frank Miller, Batman. Black Panther number 3. Now he had Black Panther number 2, first appearance of Shuri, and everybody's like, oh yeah, you scored. No, I didn't. The whole bottom corner at the spine, probably 3" by 3" soaked right through from front to back, all warped. I've had people say it could be pressed. I don't know. Maybe if I get my own pressing machine, I might try it for giggles, but I guess maybe if you pressed it, maybe you could get it to a mid-grade, maybe to a 5 or a 6, possibly. The water damage did not affect the color on the pages, so that was a good thing. Venom 1, new Venom movie coming out. All the Venom stuff will be popping. Tales of G.I. Joe number 1. I believe that's the reprint of the regular G.I. Joe Real American Hero number 1. G.I. Joe number 26. Too bad it wasn't the silent issue. That would have been a really nice find. Venom number 2. It's that you know, common swipe. This is a little one of the earlier swipes, but not as early as some, but earlier than what's been going on recently. Oblivion Song number 1. I always pull that. That's been going up a little bit, but it's still, you know, it's still got a lot of room. It hasn't, if it has been optioned, there hasn't been a lot of news about it, but it's been out there. So Alias number 1. As of late, this had been cold, and all of a sudden it had popped again. But again, as you can see, I don't know how well you can see it through the bag. The bag's a little dirty. I'd probably switch this bag out. That's why most of them were rebagged by us, because they hadn't been swapped out. But yeah, that's Alias number 1, first appearance of, yeah, her. Jessica Jones. There we go, Jessica Jones. So we had Star Wars number 1, regular issue. Bag is hammered, but the book looks like it survived The bag is a little filthy. I won't know the condition until I pull it out of this. Like, we really just got this collection this week, so got through it this week, so I haven't had a chance to rebag and board everything. But yeah, so even if a mid-grade, not 1, but 2, so that's pretty good. Pretty good. Now, some modern hotness. Spider-Man Noir #1. That's a good book. I just recently sold the one that we had, so it's good to get a backup. Star Wars Legacy 1. Everybody knows about that. That's a bomb. This one's getting ready to take off some more, I'm sure. God of Thunder 2, first appearance of the God Butcher. Gore the God Butcher. So that's probably one of the ones that made me the happiest, because this book, as the movie gets closer and closer and we see what the Gore Butcher looks like, we get a little clip of him, that'll make that book go bananas. And this is one I don't think that any of the characters have made it onto the big screen or small screen yet. This is Star Wars Dawn of the Jedi Force Storm. There is like 8 first appearances. I don't know. There's a lot of first appearances in this book. This has got a lot of first appearances. So that could be really good. It's like the Legacy book, but I think a few characters have shown up from the Legacy book. But the Dawn of Jedi Force Storm, a lot of the characters haven't shown up yet. It's another book I was real happy to get, but it's got a lot of problems. So, but Nyx 3, first appearance of X-23. It's a pretty hot book. And then the thing that, I didn't know it was in there. He said it was in there. I didn't see it when I first went through. Went through a second time and I found it. It was there, and this is what made the collection worth what we paid for it. And that's Ultimate Fallout 4, first appearance of Miles Morales. It is still bagged. It has a little hoo-ha under the, I don't know if it was from, I don't know what it's from, but it's just a little bit of a little divot. So if somebody like bought it, took it out of the bag, pressed it, it probably would press out. I don't know if it'd be a 9.8. If you're not getting a 9.6 or a 9.8, there's no reason to grade it. For me, because the cost of grading has gone up, the stress of grading has gone up. You have to, something like this book, you're gonna have to pay some heavy insurance when you ship it to make sure that it gets there in good condition. To make sure that you get it back, you have to pay that insurance on the way back. You have to pay what they're asking to do these books now, which I don't even know. But I'm sure there's lots of videos you can see on CGC putting books in and stuff like that. The only CGCs I have are ones that I've bought out of collections. We have not sent a book in to be graded, not one. A lot of people say that we're missing out on some good money there. There's also a lot of time involved, and when you're running a retail store with video games and Magic and Pokemon and toys and pops, there's not a lot of room for doing these little extra projects, especially since I still have a regular job for another 3.5 years. So that's it, but we do a lot of buying here. So if you know anybody that's looking to sell their collection, please contact us at Haven for Heroes. We always put all of our information here. You can get us through Facebook and Instagram, and I'm on Twitter, Emmett Garnham, No Comics for Old Men. You can find us there. Please like, share, and subscribe this video. We appreciate it. It really helps us. Every like really helps us out. We recently lost 2 subscribers, probably bots that YouTube had removed. But yeah, so can help us out, help us get to 400. We're still doing giveaways. We're a little bit behind on doing the videos because there's just been a lot of work involved in We've reopened the store. You've probably seen that video if you've been watching regularly about our reopening. But again, we really appreciate you coming out and keep reading comics. Now, I say that a lot, but I really want to emphasize, read your comics. Even if you want to buy them and say, oh, I'm just for an investment, I'm going to collect them. Pay like $9 or $10 online and read them online. And then you don't have to open the book that you're buying. You can just keep it in the plastic bag. And you know, if you like, for our subscribers here, if you subscribe, you get your comic in a bag and a board. So it comes out of the box that they get shipped to us in and right into a bag and a board and right into your subscription box. So that's part of the deal for us, and plus 10% off. But that's what we try to do for our customers. Again, keep like I said, keep reading comics for the third time, and keep watching our videos. Thanks for stopping by.